One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw right away. Sliding out of the pocket. Able to hit his target, Lamb. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They go play action now. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, 43 yards. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 35 on second down, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This is Hamler on the crossing route. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple. Now a timeout called for by the offense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. That was second down run for Murray. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. 6-0 our score after 1. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the...
And now off to the races down the right side. A big play here for Dallas. 65 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott flush to his right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Bronco defense comes up big. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Wilson to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's Pollard. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Tony Pollard taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
It's complete, and he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, Murray. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Prescott on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go with Murray again. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson buying time to his left. He finds Latavius Murray. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Fighting to stay upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now it's Wilson.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson.
They're going right back to Hamler. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Prescott looks to throw on first. Dancing to his left.
That's caught again by Schultz.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott on the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 30 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Pollard will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Following the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Up the middle, it's Williams. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Wilson on first down.
Out route complete to Dulcich. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Wilson now to throw on third down.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Touchdown, Broncos.
Jerry Jeudy.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Prescott here to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And they'll work this down inside the 30. First down, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Throwing is Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. From the 30 on 2nd down. Wilson got an open man. It's Washington. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
From the 3rd team now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Eric Sauber from 13 yards out.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Wilson going to throw for it, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
I'm the best, and I got it, and I own it, on my own. Keep my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, For the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he need a do it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, Top dog like I vanished. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the Louis in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavily, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's fine as her and her friends. Big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah.
EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Oh, he fakes a spike.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Brady now to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Forced out to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He completes this to Russell Gage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady.
He's got his man. It's White. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Good job.
Brady now on first down.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now Brady again. Looks for White, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Chandon Sullivan.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. To throw again on second down. Brady, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 27, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Throwing, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Brady now on 1st down. He'll check this one off to Fournette.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Now Brady. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Cade Otton
from 17 yards out.
And the Bucs have cut it back within a score. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
That's caught, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On 1st down, Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady.
Completes it again to Gage. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Again, it's Brady.
Otten brings it in over the middle.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Cade Otten.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
Brady's going to look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. From the gun, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
To throw is Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. Touchdown!
Rashad White.
29 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Cousins.
To Jefferson on the slant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Levante David able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And this is caught by Evans.
Finding space at the 40.
Evans, fast footwork. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And that play will go nowhere. Loses losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. Here's Brady. He'll dump this one off here to White. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Brady. This will be caught inside the 10.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bucs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shot. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Chandon Sullivan.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Here's Cousins. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Brady going to throw here. Being chased out left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Looking for White on the deep ball, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the